Yes, my guys, boys and girls, men and women, ladies and gents. Salam Baba.
About
We are back. I don't know. I'm excited, man. Don't they? But I'll tell you one thing. All eras come to an end.
yeah.
This era no go come. This one, no be this one they come to an
No,
end.
not this one.
All eras come to an end. Unfortunately, that era saw 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years and a couple
Of months. Erik Ten Hag, FA Cup winner, Carabao Cup winner, ex-Manchester United coach or manager, fired. Bro, how you see were you surprised?
Of course, no. I told a couple of my friends that after the last Europa results, yeah, I knew it was imminent. I thought they would wait till the next international break in November to give him the sack, but see, it's now beyond, and that was my explanation. It's now beyond the fact that he's won trophies and that kept him in, but you see, it's continue.
That West Ham game,
you understand?
The West Ham
in
game
fact, the West Ham games, apparently they played well. They got fucked up by VAR and all of that. But it's not just that. There's too much negative aura around him and around United, and it just cannot continue. There's no how it's going to continue. I wasn't surprised when it came in, but I knew it was not going to last longer than November, definitely.
I think the man is a bit stubborn. You know those times when your job is on the line, or maybe it's his own MO, his own modus operandi, and then they ask you, the next thing you're saying, I'm the second best in this league behind Pep Guardiola. Bro, you are playing rubbish. Like, it is even clear for a 10-year-old to say, no, that team is rubbish.
The thing is, damn if he do that, damn if he doesn't. So there's nothing he's going to say that was going to come out right. See, the thing about football, especially this big club, and Man U is one of the biggest in the world. You see, you have to do your talking on the field,
100%.
and you have to get your result. If you get a result, and that's what Mourinho did while in Chelsea, you can say anything, Once you're winning,
you produce on Saturday,
you
go on
find a way to adjust with you understand?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they don't choke the guy to the point where he just sticking to his guns and picking positives, and he won't start criticizing himself over and over and over again. But unfortunately, people tend to forget. He's a very good manager.
No, he is. I think he's one of another managers that United have. That graveyard called Old Trafford right now is about to bury.
So I feel there's a whole lot that need fixing. And I'm so happy they've got new people handling their management and all of that. And people like Gary Neville can rest now and can see that it has nothing to do with the what are they called?
The Glazers
plan, because he wouldn't let us listen. He wouldn't let us hear what because of Glazers and all of that. See, the trouble with Manchester United, I'll tell you, number one is their ex-player, their successful ex-player, the Gary Neville, the Ferdinand, the Paul Scholes, the Roy Keane and all of that. See, your era is done. You understand? Sir Fergie's era is done. See, you are now behind the queue. Nothing you're going to do magical. Look at how many billions Chelsea have thrown into things. They are still, you could see the difference between them and those big boys on top at the moment. See, you have to wait your queue. And that involves building patiently. You see, when they get in this new guy, the trouble is after a couple of games, this is not the man you said. The players could deliver more than
I was going to get to that, yeah. Speaking of the graveyard now that is Old Trafford, that's what they said. Apparently, Van Gaal called this man before he got the job and said, look, they don't play football there. What they do is politics, yeah. Ruben Amorim, who is almost official that he's going to be the next manager of Manchester United, 39 years old. I'm sure before now, most of these Manchester United fans are clamoring, oh, you're not ready. They've not seen this guy play. They've not seen him set up a team. This Ruben Amorim guy, like you said, what do you know of him? What do you make of him? How do you see him fitting into this current Manchester United, and is there any way forward? Like, is this guy going to be their messiah?
Well, the little I know about him is the few games I've watched in Europe, and of course when
they came here and beat us actually in the Europa League. I remember 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. So and when his name start getting mentioned, you do a little bit of research about him. He's also one of Mourinho's scholars. Was actually Manchester United.
He came to Mourinho,
with Mourinho and all of
2018 thereabouts.
And the thing about his tactics in Portugal is a little bit rigid. He's played with the same style, which is unlike most exciting young managers who are ready to be flexible.
He plays 3 at the back.
But for me, I believe all of these guys are great talent. But see, your talent is as much as what you have on ground and how much free hand are you giving to work with them and how much are they willing to work with you. Now, my main question is, what is going to be the minimum expectation the Manchester United management and board will give this guy, and for how long, and what is going to be the resources behind it? Mind you, they've just gotten players like Ugarte, the defender from Bayern,
Delete, Euro, we've not seen Jackson. No, they spent a good amount. They spent
a whole lot of money with Ten Hag recruiting all his ex-Ajax player. And what is going to happen with this chap? Is he going to come with their number 9 Gyökeres, or what's his name?
I don't want them to sign Gyökeres.
So there's just a whole lot. So I feel if Man United will be successful, look at what Chelsea has done. They've thrown billions of pounds, but now they've eventually gotten a man which seems to have organized them. Of course, they still have shortcomings at the back. Now, are they willing to give him 2-3 seasons to build things up? Because most of them, it seems they want to follow the Arteta Arsenal pattern, relatively young player, young manager who is exciting, who's got idea, who can then build with the youth and all of that. But are they willing? Because if Arteta didn't win that FA Cup in his COVID season, he probably would have been out of
service long time ago,
2 or 3 times before he could manage to string good results and build a good team and all of that. So are they willing to give that? And can their ex-player just relax and
allow these guys to allow him to
and agree that see Man United, just see Man United as a former great club, you understand, and one that needs rebuilding and can later achieve what they've achieved in the past, but not put too much pressure on this guy right from the word go.
For me, I think Ruben Amorim, I've seen his team play per se, especially when they came to Emirates, that Europa League 2 seasons ago. They beat us on penalty. He got to Sporting, won the league. I think it was in his first season. If he stays there again this season, I think he's going to do a double. Played 9-1-9 or something. He plays exciting football. The number of players that he has to sell or Sporting has to sell every season, but yet these guys they find a way to remain on top. I'm a bit worried. I think he's the one that's going to finally rescue them, but will they give him time? That is the problem. It's not going to come out. It's not going to be like a flick of a switch. He's 39. Give this guy time. I think in the future, we have Mikel, Amorim, Maresca. Who else? You see this Bournemouth guy, Iraola. I think these are the guys that are going to rule the world when Pep says, okay, young boys, you guys take the mantle. But I hope they give him time.
Well, let's see. I'm not particularly hopeful about anything Manchester United and their manager, to be honest.
And he's going to get some players with him. There's this exciting guy, the Bast.
So definitely we want to get 1 or 2 signed. And that's what I'm saying. How many people are you going to sign? How much time are you going to give? Anyways, and how badly is he going to be criticized? So
let's move on. Let's move on to better things. Salam. Leave Manchester United. We'll leave at Erik Ten Hag. I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets a job soon. Maybe go back to
make it enjoy money.
Let's talk Arsenal. Let's talk Arsenal Preston North End Arsenal EFL Cup. We are through to the quarterfinals.
Brilliant.
I saw the lineup and I'm like, Mikel is not playing. No jokes. Now, I think everyone has realized.
I told you.
Anyone you can get your hand on, hold it tight.
I told you after our first game. I told you I'm so happy.
We saw the Bolton game together.
Yes, now
we were seeing them. Josh Nichols. We were seeing,
but he started Saga in that same game, and I told you that day that we need to prioritize the cup competition, and I'm so happy. What's the name of this guy's channel? People can watch that on the where we had that interview with him. Yeah. See, I feel, with the attitude he showed yesterday, I am so happy. The only grievances I had discussion with a few of my friends, was just starting Timber. I felt Timber should have been rested. I feel every other person is. See, you have to realize that Arteta needs to win a trophy.
We need something. It's been 4 years now.
Yeah, aside from being just 4 or 5 years, the main issue is that you spend a lot of money. You have to justify that money.
You have to show something
somehow.
For it.
You understand? Of course,
whether it's Carabao Cup.
Exactly, we've made significant progress in the league, but we've gotten to the point now where we have to also show a trophy, and we have to be sincere with ourselves. Bar Man City getting, a huge point deduction following their case and all of that. Liverpool is looking crazily exciting as well. League is so difficult to win, particularly look at the amount of injuries we face and all of that. Champions League, we have people like Real Madrid and the likes that are perennial.
I think we should just put our eye down a bit.
No, I'm saying we should go for all from, but we should not underestimate any trophy. Like in the past when we just pushing a whole lot of young players and all of that, and risk getting knocked out.
I saw the lineup. I said, Mikel, I know what you want to do. Yeah. I back you. And when I was even more, what even got me more excited is the fact that he gave Timber just 45 minutes.
Yeah, and that's part of his
take 45 minutes because you see against Liverpool, what happened to Timber was fatigue. He got tired. So he's giving him some time to get him up to speed again. Saliba, you didn't play against Liverpool. Take full 90, man. But there's someone I wanted to see. I didn't see even Maldini Kachuri. That boy, I didn't. I don't think he even made the bench.
Unfortunately, there's no how he's coming in that game. He gave some other young players, Kelly, and some other young players. Not all of them go play. I'm very happy with the approach to start with, and I'm very happy with controlling the game. And we're also lucky, relatively. I know it's not going to be an easy game, but we're getting an home match against Palace, which is fair
good
enough
in the quarterfinals.
And once you get to, if we can manage to scale that order, hopefully we do. Then once you get to semi, you're
very
games.
Close to.
You're already going to Wembley. Yeah. You have that in your mind and all of that. So you have a couple of games to winning a trophy, which and it will be very nice because you play the semi-finals in January or so. You play the final in March, so that could give another good feeling. I completely agree.
And I think that is one thing that people did not understand. Pep Guardiola, those times he was winning, I think he won 4 in a row. It is a huge catalyst for you to go on and say, I've got one. Now let's go for others. Imagine. Yeah. So I'm happy Mikel is prioritizing it. Whether he's prioritizing it or taking it seriously. He's taking it seriously. I think that's the word. But yeah, good on him. Just one question before we leave this topic. Raheem Sterling.
Raheem Sterling played very well in that game. Yes. Hold on. Because I think people, because we had this discussion in my group chat. See, people want to have this premeditated or an already formed opinion about Sterling's performance. Sterling was used on the right.
Don't you think he was trying to do too much or too hard?
No, I don't think so. Because he was used on the right, that is not his strongest position, which we know. I think Raheem played better when he starts on the left. But because we've got Martinelli, it's understandable. And when he moves to the left, the game improves significantly. See, remember, Raheem Sterling has not had a lot of game time as well. Neither did he last season. So he's also coming up to speed. I'm happy with his performance. I'm not expecting, an 100% and all of that just yet. But let him contribute. He's a senior player. He's got experience. I wouldn't want to push too much on his neck and all of that. He's doing what he needs to do. He's getting up straight. And I think if he continues at that rate, I think it will come good for us at some point. And also we have to mention Ethan Nwaneri.
No, it was me. I was going to say Ethan Nwaneri. I wanted to say, give me 1 minute to gloat about this boy. 17-year-old Ethan Chidebere Nwaneri. Look, I don't know what that guy is on. I don't know what he's earning right now, what his contract is. But you know, Chido Martin Obi that left the academy and went to Man U. You see this boy, Ethan Nwaneri, at 17. I tell you, that boy's left foot is as good as anybody we can think of right now. The goal he scored, drop of shoulder. He didn't even have time to glance to see where the keeper was. He knew. Top beans, goal. Yeah? The boy's movement. It's difficult to say sometimes, is this guy actually 17 years old? He plays with confidence. He's got pace. He's strong in certain situations. You wonder, like, how has this kid developed so much like this? I understand that certain times he holds on to the ball longer than he should, or makes some wrong decisions, which you allow for a 17-year-old.
Good observation.
But with time, he will learn, and
absolutely,
that will be some of those things he's going to learn with experience and more game time.
No doubt.
I think we have a gem. We have a gem on our hands.
There's no question about that. Remember, Arteta gave this boy, a debut at 15 or so.
Yeah, just to make history as the youngest guy.
Aside from making history, you have to believe in someone.
100.
They have to have that potential and all of that. And I know people are so much, particularly with Odegaard, and people calling for him to play and then the league. See, I tell people just chill out. We know we've got talent, but see, these people have to go through their football education, and it's the duty of the manager to make sure they are passing through that phase right. Everybody's not going to be Yamal, because people are making comparison with Yamal and all of that. See, some people are aberration. If this guy becomes a superstar next year, it's not too late. You understand? I feel they're prepping him to take over from Odegaard, but my hope is that he needs to also play with Odegaard, because that will be an exciting.
Yeah, to be crazy. Too much creativity.
You understand? Creativity, and that's what Barcelona did for a long time with people like Iniesta. You need more creativity, and your game flows a bit better. He's a young guy. He's doing remarkably well. We can all see the talent, and I think Arteta is managing him well.
Very well. But Ethan Nwaneri, you're lucky you're not playing under Arsene Wenger. By now, you're going to be 17-year-old with 20 years experience. But yeah, we're happy the way Mikel is taking it, not to rush him. Bet him in easy into the team, and that way I think he's going to even give us more going forward.
Yeah.
Preston North End on. Let's look at the game on the weekend. We got Newcastle at St. James Park. Remember this game last season? They won.
Absolutely.
One of the worst VR decisions you see in a long time, bro. That VR decision was horrible. I tell you, that 1-0 defeat at Newcastle last season. I think it was a catalyst for our he had a hand. Directly or indirectly on us not winning the title. You can argue it was Aston Villa. You can argue it was losing at home to West Ham. But you see that Newcastle game away, 1-0 shouldn't have been. We face them again this weekend. They've coming off of the back of beating Chelsea at home. Eddie Howe and his boys will be really pumped. Let's see what lineup. What will he be starting against Newcastle on Saturday?
Definitely, the lineup will be very similar to the lineup over the weekend, without a shadow of doubt. Very similar to that. I think those guys that came in the midweek in the Carabao Cup will probably aside.
So we'll go Saliba. We're not too sure about Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah, we're not too sure.
So that's going to be Saliba and
probably
Ben White again. Saliba, Ben White, Uren Timber on the right.
So it's all. That's what I'm saying. It all depends on injury and all of that. So you could have. You could have Saliba. Remember, Timber can also play
centre back
as well. So,
but because of Ben White's performance against Liverpool, I think it only seems right to start him centre back again in the absence of Gabriel Magalhaes.
But
because I would not start Kivior. I'm sorry.
Ben White. Well, it all depends.
Kivior is Carling Cup standard.
Ben White was also playing from the right centre back, on the day.
Yes,
you understand? Which is where Saliba plays.
Saliba can move to the left.
So I think there's not going to be too much aside from injury. It's going to be similar lineup to what we had over the weekend.
I'll tell you one big change I'll make. Havertz come in midfield. Trossard bench. Gabriel Jesus start up front.
Why do you want to start Jesus?
Because I feel Trossard, in that role we give him this in the absence of Odegaard. We are overcompensating. Trossard is not giving us what he gives us on the wing, and what he does in midfield is not enough
Yeah.
So it's almost like we are losing 2 positions because we want to cater for one.
But the trouble now is when you get Jesus in, Jesus has been anonymous. What we used to praise Jesus for, even when he didn't get us a goal, was his, holding up play, dribbling, getting involved in. But he's lost that as well, in the last couple
But I think that goal might give him a kick up.
Well, hopefully it does, but my concern is when you go to Newcastle, particularly remember they also lost against Chelsea last weekend, so they're coming from a defeat as well.
They've been bad in the league.
Exactly,
they had a good start,
exactly,
and then they've slumped
got injury as well.
Or something.
Exactly. So the issue with them is that they will be coming physical. You understand, on Saturday. So when you put in Jesus there, you're not going to reduce our physicality. And again, what I've noticed is that whenever we use Havertz as a midfielder, it seems to take something away from his game. That's what I've noticed. But when he's playing the attacking, the or should I say the defensive striker position, all these
defensive. That's what I'm saying. It makes no difference. Defensive striker, attacking midfielder. Just he's a good body midfield. He'll win the ball, play it up front to Jesus.
But if he's playing primarily in the midfield and not as our number 9, the thing is it comes much deeper, and I think that takes a bit away from his game at the moment. I prefer him to play as a striker. You understand? Let Jesus come from the bench. But either way, regardless of who starts, it's not going to be a major surgery to the team. It's just going to be 1 or 2 people coming in, for an injured player or a bit of rotation. It's going to be a physical game. I know Newcastle will rush us from the beginning. They will try to make things very, very physical. So we need to hold our line very tightly, particularly in the first 15, 20 minutes. Then we try as much as we can to control the game. And this time around, we need to get our chances and bury them.
Take them.
It's a game we just have to try and win. I know it's not going to be easy, but it's a game we have to, because we don't want too much gap opening between us and those guys. And also, guys from behind are also chasing us.
They're all on the same points. I think we're all on 18 and 17 or something like that. And a very good time for us as well, because City are struggling with injuries, and City is going to Bournemouth, I think.
Yeah.
Andoni Iraola is on an upward trajectory.
They'll get it done. City,
you reckon?
City.
I'm serious. If I were a betting man,
hopefully they don't.
I feel like Andoni Iraola, Bournemouth will get something from that game.
You see, even with our 10 men, I feel we had better chances of scoring until they got their first goal. Remember Merino's chance. Remember Martinelli's chance just a few minutes before their goal. And we were not too troubled. Even that was with 10 men. So imagine what 11 men
will do.
City will do.
Well, let's say our predictions before we go. Just for the Arsenal Newcastle Arsenal game.
2-0.
2-0 Arsenal. I'll go 3-1. 3-1 to the Arsenal. 3-1 to the Arsenal. We know to get time. I wanted us to talk about this Ballon d'Or saga.
Yeah, we can quickly look at that. I think Real Madrid should be ashamed of themselves.
100%. I thought I was the only one having this.
With the very silly, childish behavior.
Papa Perez.
Let's be clear about it. See, they won the manager of the year in Ancelotti, which was even more controversial, if there was any controversy about
who would you have given it to?
Without shadow of doubt, if I was voting, I would have voted for Xabi Alonso. I'm not saying Ancelotti does not deserve it.
Yeah, but for what Alonso done.
But look at what Alonso did. Alonso did not lose any game aside from the final game he played against Atalanta.
Yeah, I hear you. I didn't even think about that one.
You understand? So, but this is what award is about. There'll be, it depends on how you feel. It depends on how, and there's also something about a player you've been seeing. You just feel this person deserves this, or a manager you've been used to, and all of that. And just one more minute on my side. I know we're running a short of time. Vinicius Jr. did not win La Liga Player of the Year. It was Jude Bellingham. So he was not even deemed to be the best player either in Spain or in Madrid the whole of last season. He had a piss poor outing,
Remember when the league started, it was Bellingham that was carrying that team.
No, it was Bellingham for the first half.
Yeah.
It was Jude.
He just came up later on.
And is an exciting forward player.
Yeah.
Brilliant player.
I tell people, Rodri is deserving. Vinicius deserving as
Absolutely.
well. So I don't see the reason why he should be why they are throwing
they're making it look like, and this guy that we're talking about only had 3 or 5 goals, better than the same Rodri,
CDM.
Who's a CDM. Rodri was the player of the tournament in
the Euros.
World Cup. He was player of the tournament in Euros as well.
No. Rodri is
he was not involved in any game City lost in the league last season, and out of the 4 games he didn't play, they lost 3. Do you understand? Yeah. Tells you how pivotal the guy is. So there's nothing like robbery. It's unfortunate he didn't get it. People choose, and I think people choose because if I was voting for Rodri as well. Do you understand?
Personally, what I'm saying I said to Vinicius Junior, look, this is the first time you're voted for Ballon d'Or top 3. Why are you boycotting the event? Because you don't even know if you're going to be there next season.
You understand?
Next 2 seasons.
It is
if people like Ronaldo, when they were in their prime, who has been there like 5 times before he started boycotting because of what Messi was doing to him, we can say fair enough, brother. This is your first top 3 nomination.
I was wondering when does it
go there and take these pictures because they'll be there forever for everyone to see.
When does coming the second best player in the world
become
third best player? Because look at Erling Haaland was there. People believe last year was very controversial with what Haaland did. You know what? Treble, numerous goals, and all of that.
That one you can't even talk. If
it was that one, you can even make an argument.
But this one,
no.
You know the problem.
Yeah.
I want to say it.
And this guy has never been voted for this thing before.
We'll end it on this one.
And sorry,
you know the card we are throwing.
I want you to have the last word. Sorry. If Yamal and Barcelona go ahead and win the league this season,
you're not gonna see him.
And Arsenal make mistake win league too. Now then, Yamal and Bukayo Saka will come. You know go there.
I'm sorry. That's what I was just saying. You don't know what the future is. This one where you see, go there, snap pictures. You remember that iconic picture of Kaká, Messi, Ronaldo, all those Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Lampard. He doesn't have it because he want to. But I know it's Papa Perez and stuff. But you know the card that people are playing. You know the black card thing. What? For me, it doesn't fly.
It don't fly for this one. It has nothing to do with racism.
It doesn't have to. Yeah. Me, I watch ball. I see him for my eye. But people are saying that the reason he didn't win it is because of his fight against.
And the nonsense is that I feel people will now be pressured to vote for him for FIFA the best. And I hope not. I hope people stick with their guns.
Anyway, Salam. On this note, let us say it's been a good outing and it's happy
nice
to be back.
I'll be back soon. Yeah.
I've been Regis. It's been a while. I know this thing, Salam, we have to do better, man. Even if for the one brother or the one man,
we go talk that one in house.
Now you they run now. I don't know.
You want cast me
and finally, I have one of my teammates reach out to me, say he likes what we are doing. The social commentator, he's gonna be here next time we are here. Hopefully, a Tottenham fan. There'll be somebody for us.
Nice banter.
We'll go banter. Anyways, thank you guys, and if you watch this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for any love, support, for everything. And do us a favor, leave us a like, comment, subscribe for good measure, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.